YouTube, what's going on, brothers? So this is gonna be the first episode of the self-taught designer series, and we're gonna be working on some color corrections, specifically player edits. So if you have a player cutout like this, like we have here, we're gonna be turning that in to more of a clear cut image. You can see like the colors are just really dull right now, which if you're a beginner designer, you wouldn't really notice that. Um, I apologize off the rip. The cutout's a little cut up, but it was just a quick cutout that I did so I could do this tutorial. So basically, we have our colors here. We have like the navy, the maroon, and the white that we want to work with here. So we have our Andrew Crooked Thompson right here. And the first thing you want to do is just go up to filter and camera raw filter, and this is the number one thing that you all want to use whenever you're doing any kind of color correction, player edits. I even use it for like regular header designs. It really works to bring out any type of, you can see through here, you got exposure, contrast, highlights, shadows, whites, blacks, texture, clarity. A lot of people I see don't use this. I don't know if they just don't know about it, but texture and clarity are literally two of the biggest things that I like to use personally. So what I like to do personally, you can kind of eyeball it if you want, but I like to do the before and after views. It just brings up this, and then you zoom into it. Zoom out just a little bit. Whenever I'm doing player edits like this, I always like to just hit auto, so it kind of gives me a raw estimate of what I'm looking for. So for this, his face is still a little bit too highlight and bright for me, so we're just going to turn down the highlights a little bit more, because you want to try to get as much equal, like the picture as much equal as you can. So we have this. Everything else is about where I want it to be. Like I said, it's just basically opinion based. Kind of looking between the two to see, what you're actually doing to the image is the biggest thing for this. And then, like I said, the texture and clarity I really love to use. You don't even have to do much. I usually do about 10 to 15. So we'll turn that up, and then we'll also turn this up to 10. So we'll do 10, 10. And you can just see, like, if I take it away real quick, it just adds a little bit more detail to the whole entire picture, and makes it look more like genuine and real. So we're just going to go ahead and hit OK. And so now you see that we have this more clean cut picture. So from here, we're going to go ahead and, as you can obviously tell, if we take this and just put it over real quick, the two maroons, even though this is our jersey color, it doesn't match up. This is the actual branding color. If I pull up our pictures, like you can see, like this is clearly the maroon that we use for our branding. So you kind of want to get that as clear and equal as you can, just so the jersey will pop more. So what we're going to do is we're going to create another layer and just add it on top of this layer. It's a clipping mask, so to do that, if you're a new designer, you just hold Alt and then this little arrow will pop up. Click that, and basically whatever I do now, it won't go off of the picture, see? So with that, what I like to do is just come in here, hit soft light, and then what we're going to do is just come in here and literally trace the maroon parts. So we're just going to come through here and kind of fill in. If you really wanted to, you can come in here and do this, make it a lot easier. But just being like, don't take this as 100%, Obviously, looking through this, we're not going to get 100% out of it. And it's going to, in some places, you're going to have to come back and trace over or delete some. So now that we have that, now we can just kind of come in here, the big brush, and kind of fill everything in. And then, like I said, don't just do this and think you're finished. It doesn't get every spot. It'll get most of it, but you can obviously see what it does and doesn't get, and then we'll just do this quickly ourselves here. And the difference when I show you all is like, I only started doing this to pictures like a little bit ago, and it makes you, like, when you start doing it, it makes you so upset with yourself that you haven't done this with every picture or every edit that you've done, just because of the difference it truly does make. So now you can see, you know, we have a clear, this is really, really close to our actual branding, you know. And even if it's not perfect, it looks a lot closer. So if we want to hide this layer, you can definitely see this just makes the entire picture just kind of stand out, pop out more. And this just kind of looks dull to me. Even though we did the color correction edits and whatnot, this is definitely something that you want to do with as many edits as you can. Obviously, you're not going to be able to do this with everything, and obviously it depends. But even if we took this away, you know, this still, this still looks a lot better to me as a player, like headshot, than a regular picture would. You know, like if we just left this blank, like I said, this is our jersey. Like, this is what our jerseys look like. The maroon is like a completely different maroon than Concord's. So that's why you want to come in and do it yourself sometimes, and just kind of add a little bit of flair, so that way the whole entire picture stands out more. It's a lot more vibrant, and it looks a lot more clean and as a whole. So like I said, just doing simple things like that. So filter, camera raw filter, and then coming in with a soft light. I mean, you can come in and look yourself, like, at the different types and see which one looks the best. You know, you could look at the overlay. Overlay's not bad. I just feel like soft light it still gives you all the details that you want without taking anything away from the picture, and gives you the best color that you're looking for. So just mess around with things, see what you want to do. And yeah, so this is the episode number 1 of the player edits. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, hope you all learned something, and let me know.